Hello to NUFC. Welcome to NUFC Talk TV. My name is Chris, the American Mag, of course. Some of you know me already. Don't forget, hit the like button if you're new. Subscribe if you're new, of course. Hit the like button if you're new, if you're old, whatever. Hit the like button. Um, all right, so match reaction. We're going to get you guys in, of course. The link we'll post it in a minute. You can have your say. Come on, join us for a second and have your say. Vent your spleen, as we like to say in this channel. Don't forget that, we got content for Newcastle United fans 24/7, every day, 7 days a week, 365 days, 500 days a year. Obviously, I don't want people, obviously, there's not 500 days in a year. So calm down. Um, I had to throw a joke in there, don't I? I mean, to kind of lighten up the mood in an horrific, shocking performance tonight for Newcastle United. Um, Man, oh man, what the hell happened? What happened? This was worse than Bournemouth. Bournemouth is probably, nobody's confirmed this to me, but Bournemouth, I believe, just based on knowing what Bournemouth is about, this got to be their best season in the Premier League ever, having all these games won in a row. So you can say Bournemouth is not a big team, not a historic team, but they are playing good. And ultimately, it's about what happens on the pitch. They play as well. They played well. They beat us. Perfect. Fulham. Fulham, Fulham, Fulham. Fulham are ninth right now with these 3 points. A Fulham team that we haven't been able to beat, by the way, this whole season. And we won't. So they got us this whole season. They got 6 points off of us. The first time around, you can say, well, Fulham was doing decent. So maybe that's going to, there could be a possibility away as well. Although I said that game that we should have won. But today, Fulham is a mid-table team. Newcastle United is, right, a European contender. Am I wrong for that? Maybe my expectations are a little bit too high for the Magpies. We can't overreact, though, because we, have won a lot of games in a row. Lost one to Bournemouth, won again, and now we're back to losing days. So it's not about the record. It's not about losing. Forget losing, man. Losing is part of the game. The part that sucks, the part that is a travesty, is that we just can't win must-win games. It's worrisome. We're supposed to play against Arsenal this coming week, Wednesday. It's a must-win game. We were already 2-0 up. Arsenal are a good team. They're not as good as they were last season, or maybe even the previous season. However, they are a team that's competing to win the league. Let's be fair. We don't like Arsenal fans. We don't like Man U fans. We don't like none of them. But at the end of the day, they are a good team. And they're not just somebody that we're going to roll over. We're 2-0 up. But look at this performance at St. James's Park. What is that? What does that mean? Mr. Kenny W says, look at the bench. It's not a top 5 bench. 100% agree with you. Whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? There's a lot of people that we can assume is their fault. We don't know because the club doesn't tell us. The club doesn't say PSR is the issue, which is, to be fair, has been the word PSR around Newcastle fans has been overdone, shall I say, plenty already. That's the 1-2. That's the go-to reasoning. PSR, PSR, PSR. Nobody can still explain. Can't nobody explain to me why we went to try to pay Mark Gihey and pay Crystal Palace 70+ million pounds, and then throw in a last-minute bid for Ilanga for 50 million pounds. So what's going on? We sold players. We sold Almiron now. We're getting rid of players. Target is rumored to leave at some point. Maybe that won't happen, but still rumors. So what's going on? What's happening right now with Newcastle United? Nothing is. So listen, the point is not to be doom and gloom, right? But it's fans. We need to have put out the score sheet and just analyze the game. What happened? Fulham came to St. James's Park not scared of the moment. They were up for it. In the first 5-10 minutes, I thought Newcastle United were going to annihilate Fulham. That Tonali smacker, that would have been a cracker, wouldn't it? It would have been an unbelievable performance. Mr. Craig Lee, Mr. Stephen Field, Mr. Toon Nut, all of you. It would have been, maybe it would have changed the game possibly, but it didn't go in. So What's the point of talking about that? At the end of the day, is what happened, what actually happened on the pitch, and unfortunately, we couldn't get it done. We just could not get it done. It was a game that we needed to win. You know, to be. I mean, we're still fifth, by the way, which is crazy enough. But it's okay for fans to question what happened tonight. It's okay. Don't be scared that people are gonna say, "Oh, you're not a true fan because you're talking about the team in a way that most people don't." It doesn't matter. Be critical. Think for yourself, and say what happened tonight. What happened? We still got 41 points. Obviously, more games are there to be played in the upcoming tomorrow, basically, and see where we actually finish. Not sure if Chelsea's played already. Probably not. We got to see what happens with Liverpool, Arsenal, Forest, Man City. Some games I'm sure have been played today, so haven't been keeping in the loop on the Premier League right now. But at the end of the day, you still have to question. We still have to question what's happening on must-win performances, with must-win games. Why can't we show up? What's happening? It's a fair question. It's not about the record. People will say, Mighty Win included, he will come on and say, we won the blah, blah, blah out of the blah, blah, blah game. So why are you crying about? That's not the point. Why every time, and I will leave you this question, and of course we're going to get into the panelist, Andy Bell, I see in the background. You hear me, Andy Bell? Because I assume he's hearing me because he can definitely, he's staying there. And by the way, I threw the link out there, so please join us. The question for you is, why every time they score is so easy? Why? Any team, mid-table team, low team, top team, no matter what. Why do they score so easy? Brent had a good statement in the watch along. Thank you, by the way, for joining us in the watch along. He said, eventually they will score. And look at what happened. They scored. You know why? Because football is 1 + 1, 2. Pretty simple. If you give them the opportunity, eventually they will score. And they score so easy, back to back. Anyways, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for notifications as well.